Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits because another day above the dirt is always a blessing. Let's not forget that. We got some things we have got to get into. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of chaos. It's just absolutely insane. I'm going to be completely real. It is absolutely insane what's going on. But we have got to get into some things, okay? I appreciate you guys being here. It won't be a super long show because of, it getting late and everything, and your boy is tired. So it will be a shorter show, shorter than usual. But we have got to get into this conversation. So please do me a favor. Before we get into everything, before we get into this conversation, hit that like button down below. Crush it, do what to do. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on these other platforms. If you are watching on these other platforms, make sure you hit the follow button. Hit that subscribe button here. Hit that notification bell. Set it to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, okay? Got a little bit of an update for you guys. I'm going to let you guys know about that. It's about the membership thing, so I'll let you guys know about that shortly, okay? But make sure you're subscribed. Notification bell is rung. Set it to all. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hit that join button down below. Become a member. Check out my Patreon because that's also important. And also check out PascalMerch.com. Okay, PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there, so go check it out. PascalMerch.com. Like I said, this is going to be a shorter show. Okay, for sure. Okay, but there's just some crazy stuff going on today. All right, crazy stuff going on. You got a content creator, internet journalist, independent journalist, former anchor for CNN, now looking at some charges, which is absolutely insane. But before we get into all of that, I thought that would be best, since we kind of already talked about it earlier this morning. We are going to circle back into that just so you know. But of course, I want to share with you guys some things that are going on, like, excuse me. So, for example, I just did this as a YouTube short or a TikTok or a reel, but Trump put out a letter to Greenland, which I honestly think is the most unhinged and weirdest letter one could ever take. So basically, Trump is no longer President Peace. Yeah, guys, this is not a joke. He put out a letter to Greenland basically saying, like, I need to get my Nobel Peace Prize. Angry about what he didn't get. Huh? And I already know there's going to be people on the other side sitting there going like, oh, yeah, he has every right to say what he is saying. I still don't get why anybody's on the side of him getting this Nobel Peace Prize and how he deserves it. He doesn't deserve it. Nobel Peace Prize committee, the Nobel committee made the decision whether or not to give it to him, and they didn't give it to him this time around. He could have, there's always next year. There's always every year except for 2025. You see what I'm saying? Yet still, he's like, no, I refuse that. What Machado gave me, which was the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2025, he received her trophy. And the committee was like, just because you got it doesn't mean that you're a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Do you realize how out of control and insane that sounds? I mean, before we even go into this letter, which is absolutely unhinged and out of this world, before we even go into that, can we just talk about the reality of things right now? Like, up is up and down is down. water's still wet, fire's still hot, right? The sun means when the sun is out, it means it's daytime. And when the sun is gone and it's dark outside, that means it's nighttime. Could we just go back to common sense really quick? Like put aside all your MAGA thoughts for those of y'all who are MAGA. Okay? Just push it aside for a second, okay? I understand we are definitely in the upside down. Let's be real. We are definitely in the upside down. But what's weird is that you got the likes of this going on here. I'm telling you right now, I don't care if Simone Biles decided to walk over to me and hand over to me all of her Olympic medals, all of them. Not even just the gold. I'm talking about all of them. That still does not mean that I am an Olympic female gymnastic expert. Let's be real. Wouldn't that be weird? If somebody gave me, I don't know, the Wimbledon trophy, the Stanley Cup, the World Series trophy, anything, the Super Bowl trophy, and the freaking rings. Let's just say Tom Brady came over to me and he handed me all of his Super Bowl rings. It still does not mean that I did all that hard work and garnered the accolades of being one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Just because I have those rings in my hands does not automatically mean that I'm the Super Bowl winner. It just means I got a hunk of metal in my hands. I mean, priceless medals. Let me just be real. Priceless. But it doesn't mean anything. It means I'm a collector. You understand that, right? I am a collector of things. That is not something where I put in hours and hours of work and time, and then I received the accolades and the treasures that I was dreaming about since I was a wee little boy. No. It just means you're a collector of items. That's all it is. That's all it is, guys. That's it. So for him to sit here, first off, he took it. So now we know that. That is confirmed. Machado goes, oh yeah, I gave him I presented him the Nobel Peace Prize. He was very appreciative, but she never said he took it, right? Then there's a video in which he says, yeah, I took it. I took that mug. Hold up. Let's get it. Let's get that. Let's see that. And you know what? Let's pull up Machado too. Because she's like, yes, I presented it to him. Maria Machado. Let's get those up here. Before we deep dive into the chaos that we are looking at right now. 1 second. It's so weird. Okay, first off, sorry, I'm trying to find the video. Is this it? Yep. Or at least it's one of them. Let's take a look at this. Okay, this is what she sent. This is what she said after her initial meeting. This is all important. Okay, this is all important. This all has to do with everything that's within this letter that he wrote to Greenland. Okay, so just real quick.
I presented the President of the United States the medal of the Nobel Peace Prize, and I told him this. Listen to this. 200 years ago, General Lafayette gave Simón Bolívar a medal with George Washington's face on it. Bolivar since then kept that medal for the rest of his life. Actually, when you see his portraits, you can see the medal there. And it was given by General Lafayette as a sign of the brotherhood between the United States, people of the United States, and the people of Venezuela in the fight for freedom against tyranny. And 200 years in history, the people of Bolivar are giving back to the heir of Washington a medal, in this case a medal of the Nobel Peace Prize, as a recognition for his unique commitment with our freedom.
Okay, so you got that, right? You got that, right? Okay. Here, before we go into what Trump said recently, which was very, very short, here is the actual photo. This is real. This is, I guess this is this is real. Look at this. Is this real? This is real. People are saying this is beyond a parody. People are like, stop. She really gave this to him. Now, let me just tell you this. Okay, Machado, like, no disrespect to Machado at all. But clearly she's going to do whatever she can to get her country back. Like, think about it. She's going to do whatever she can to get her country back. You heard what I said? She's going to do whatever she can to get her mother-loving country back. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. I don't even know if she's a fan of Trump, but she's going to lie. She's going to say whatever she can because she wants to run that country. Okay? And look how he cheesing like a mug. He happy as a pig and clean-ish. He is happy. But here's the thing. It still does not mean he won this fair and or was honored with this fair and square. Okay? Hold on. So you saw that. We saw that video. She's like, I presented it to him. It was fantabulous, right? So proud of what he's done, ending all these wars, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Where is the video? Where is it? Because for me, it doesn't make any sense for him to, like, he basically, like, okay, when he lost, when he didn't receive the Nobel Peace Prize, he was livid. He was absolutely livid. And he made that abundantly clear on how livid he was about that. You remember that? He definitely wasn't his fee-fees, right? Then, now it's like he's having a temper tantrum. He had a temper tantrum in the past, and now she's like, I see an opportunity. He did something. He got rid of a leader that I absolutely hate. And he got rid of a leader that blocked me from actually winning the election back a few years ago. Bang. I got something he wants. Take the Nobel Peace Prize. If that means that I can get my country back, then so be it. Take it, right? Now I'm trying to find the video where he says, yes, I took it. She's a very lovely lady, right? And I don't see it. That's frustrating. But you see, hold on. Hold on. And even to me, I still find it very strange that people aren't out here being like, yo, this is wrong. No one out here is sitting here going, this is weird. That's very strange. And yet I can't find the video, and it's fine. I'm not going to waste the entire show, majority of the show, to show you the video in which he's like, yep, I took it, blah, blah, blah. You see the photo. It is confirmed he took that mug, okay? And he's very appreciative of it. He appreciated her going and showing, giving him the Nobel Peace Prize that he feels should be rightfully his, right? Okay, so we know about all that. So then we go back to this conversation. Because you remember, the Nobel Peace Prize was honored to her, not to Trump. Not at all. Machado is still a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Doesn't matter if she framed it and put his name on it and made it all nice and tied it up with a bow. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, she's the winner. He is not. Even the committee said, doesn't matter. If she went ahead and handed it over to him, he is still not the winner. Remember that. And that's absolutely crucial. But now when you see a letter like this most definitely does not help the Nobel Peace Prize Committee to sit there and go, well, maybe we should give him another chance. No, not even maybe we should reevaluate him and see what's going on. Nope. After stuff like this, they might as well say it's a collector's item, buddy. Enjoy it. It's a collector's item, right? So take a look at this. This is a letter that he wrote about Greenland to the powers that be in Greenland, okay, in Denmark, all right? So it says, Dear Jonas, I don't know. But anyway, moving on. Considering your country decided to not give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. Stop right there. So you mean is Giannis? Thank you. I was saying Jonas like he's a Jonas brother. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Giannis. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. But here it is. A prize that is built based solely on peace, right? He says, I don't think I need to think about peace anymore. If you're not willing to give me or honor me with the Nobel Peace Prize, then I might as well just take the country. Whether you like it or not, nah, I'm good. I'm good, Giannis. Because the committee said, oh, no. We can't just suddenly strip your name of the actual prize. Machado, you are the winner. Period. They do not agree or like what Trump has been doing as of late. That's the reason why the committee did not give him the prize. And I think a lot of them were honestly thinking that he was doing all this just so he can get the prize. He was busting his ass. Was he not just busting his balls, trying to do as much as he could to make this happen? And then he didn't win no matter what. No matter how hard he said it stopped wars in Rwanda. Stopped them all. 8 plus. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. They were like, nah, he still smells funny. We don't like it. And they still gave it to Machado. He's not going to get it. It's a collector's item, y'all. It's like somebody handed him a Van Gogh. The rarest of the kind, right? Of the likes you've never seen before. Rare, okay? Not everybody has a Nobel Peace Prize in their house. Let's be real. Not everybody has a Nobel Peace Prize just chilling in their house. It's like having a freaking Monet in your crib, okay? Collector's item. But you can't sit there and say, just because you've obtained this rare gem does not mean that you painted the freaking Monet yourself. It's not like you went and you did Field of Lilies or whatever the hell it's called, a Monet painting. Just because you own it doesn't mean that you painted it. Stop it. Okay. Just because I went and got a Big Mac from McDonald's doesn't mean I cooked it. So stop. But he's so mad right now. He's so angry that he literally says, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant. What is he on? Predominantly what? He's trying to sound smart there. So although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America, US of A. American beauty, American pie, apple pie, bubble gum, and kicking ass. That's America. So now he doesn't want to think about peace. He just wants to steal. Yeah, I said it. Continuing, Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China. And why do they have a quote unquote right of ownership anyway? There are no written documents. It's only that a boat landed there 100 years ago, but we had boats landing there too. Also, say that again. Yeah, he about to Debo. He straight up about to Debo Greenland. Come on, he about to Debo Greenland. Okay, he about to pull up like that moment in Friday. When Debo pulling up, you're like, yo, pack up all your stuff, hide the smokes, that kind of thing. Debo! Hey, are you using this? No, man. Take it, bro. Take it, bro. No. I was just keeping an eye on it for a little bit. You can have it though. He about to Debo Greenland. Straight up. Because now he's saying, couple 100 years ago, some people their boat landed on that land. Shoot, where's the slip? Where's the slip? Where's proof of ownership? There ain't none. So what you talking about? If there ain't no papers to show proof of ownership, then I could take this if I want. How is this stealing if it never was owned by nobody? Okay? Let me Debo this. Shut up. Sit down. I'm America. Sit down. Sit down. I'm taking this. That's literally what he's saying. We don't need no papers. This is open for anyone to take. He says, I have done more for NATO than any other person since its founding. Do you realize how serious that is? Do you realize how serious that is? To make a claim like that, like, I've done more for NATO than anyone else has ever done for NATO. And now, NATO should do something for the United States. Why does that sound? That sounds kind of creepy. I'm sorry. Doesn't that give you Epstein vibes? Oh, I said it. So I've done enough for you. So when are you going to suck me? I mean, do things for me. I've done enough for NATO. What are you going to do for me? Huh? Took you out all these dinners? Bought you all these nice clothes? When are you going to do something? When are you going to do something for me, man? Woman. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't that give you a little bit of a vibe? Just a little bit. In his case, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Think about it for a second. What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. Okay. So, the world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. Thank you, President DJT. So that's interesting, right? I've done enough for NATO. So when is NATO going to do something for me? Allies. He's done enough for this united group of allies than anyone else ever. I want Greenland. You're going to give me Greenland, whether you like it or not. I've already taken you out to these nice fancy dinners. I've already done enough for you. Okay? I even paid your electric bill. Hell, I even hooked you up and paid off your rent for like 4 months. So when are you going to do something for me? It's very Epstein vibey. Except instead of it being a woman, it's a mother-loving country. I said it. I don't care. So that is pretty crazy, right? People are really reacting to Trump saying what he said. Let's take a look.
President Trump's threat to take over Greenland in an effort by Norway to defuse the situation. The president responding to Norway with a text reminding Norway that President Trump was not given the Nobel Peace Prize. The president now linking the Nobel snub to his threat to take Greenland, while protesters overseas are now wearing red caps that say, "Make America Go Away." Harry Bruce at the White House tonight.
Hilarious. Sorry. Very original. Make America go away. It's still MAGA. That's crazy, right? Ain't that crazy? That's still MAGA. Make America go away. It's still MAGA. Never mind. I was like, it's kind of low ball. No, it works. Smart. Clever. Greenland doesn't want America there. I think we all know that now. Have we got the memo? I think we got the memo. Just so you know, Greenland is already, or Denmark, okay, Danish troops have already showed up, okay, with their very sweet, crusty sides, with their sweet centers, okay? Danish, get it? They showed up, okay, they're there. So sweet, they're giving people diabetes. Nobody? No one because of Danish? No? Okay, we're moving on. But Danish troops are finally showing up. All day, they've just been showing up to Greenland. Okay? That cold, snowy tundra that we call Greenland now has a crap ton of Danish troops showing up. So they're ready for whatever, man.
Tonight, President Trump lashing out at NATO allies as he escalates his push for Greenland, saying because he did not win the Nobel Peace Prize, he no longer feels, quote, an obligation to think purely of peace.
Can I just say this? Like I said earlier, I'm going to say it again. So then now you don't deserve the Nobel Peace Prize even more. It's like, well, if you're not going to give me the Nobel Peace Prize, then there ain't no reason to be nice anymore. Well, no, it's called get over it, move on, and there's always next year, mother lover. That's it. Get over it. Work on yourself. Do the calisthenics. You know what I'm saying? Eat the extra salads, okay? Watch your macros. And then next year, you may be the champ. Put in the work. Focus on your mother-loving country, for Christ's sakes. But no. He's like, I want this now. I want it, and I want it now. I want it now. It's crazy.
It came after Norway's Prime Minister texted Trump pleading we all should work to take this down and de-escalate, proposing a phone call to talk it out. Instead, Trump texting back, "Dear Jonas, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace." although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America. He's very preoccupied with the Nobel Peace Prize, Norway's prime minister told reporters, and I've explained to him many times that it's an award given by a Norwegian committee, not by the Norwegian government. America's NATO allies rattled as Trump sounds increasingly determined to own Greenland, which has been part of the Kingdom of Denmark for more than 300 years. In Copenhagen, thousands taking to the streets, wearing Trump's signature red hats, these saying "Make America Go Away."
Amazing. I mean, be real. I get it. There's a lot of people that still are, MAGA till they die, right? Trump all day long. But you got to remember, this is pretty insane. Okay, his whole focus on Greenland. I'm telling you right now, either he will take it by force, that will be a huge fat ass problem for the rest of the world, or this is going to be a thing that's not going to latch on. You see what I'm saying? This is just going to be his obsession until he finds a new obsession to obsess about. Does that make sense? Either he goes and he steals it like a damn pirate, or he suddenly goes, ooh, another shiny object, and he runs off and he focuses on something else. But he's not letting up, as you already can see. Yeah, Cindy on Facebook. Yeah, he's throwing a tantrum. He is having full-on tantrum like a wee little baby. This is sad. This is who's running our country right now, guys. I'm sorry. This aspect is disturbing. There's already enough disturbing things going on as well with Trump, but this takes the cake.
8 NATO countries, including France, Germany, and the UK, moving forces to Greenland as a show of support. Over the weekend,
that's
Trump
crazy.
Threatening new tariffs on the.
Hold on, we're going back because he did. Saturday night was reported that he put on new tariffs on these other countries, basically saying like we will raise the price on you guys, or you just give me Greenland. This is so crazy. But look at all this. The Netherlands, you got the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Denmark, Finland, all of them on their way or already on Greenland soil right now as we speak, but let's continue.
Forces to Greenland as a show of support. Over the weekend,
Sweden
Trump
too, I forgot.
Threatening new tariffs on those countries, 10% in February, jumping to 25% in June, until a, quote, deal is reached for the complete and total purchase of Greenland.
So now he's like, I want to buy this mother-loving island. The slab of ice. Now I want it. I don't care what y'all say. I want it. What's really going on here, y'all? Think about it for a second. What's really going on here? Yeah, he should be put in the corner for sure. And then made to do like house chores for like 2 weeks. And no TV. And no PlayStation or phone for the next 2 weeks. Right? He's grounded. He should be grounded. This, to me, is one big fat ass distraction. From what, though? From what, though? I'll let you guys finish that sentence.
The use of tariffs against allies is completely wrong.
It's bollocks.
And tomorrow, President Trump heads to Europe for the World Economic Forum in Davos. It's there he's supposed to unveil his board of peace. One leader invited to join the group, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, the board is intended to help rebuild Gaza, but Trump seems to have larger ambitions that go far beyond just that conflict, David.
Okay. So he has a board of peace. What is he talking about? Guys, come on. Board of peace? Stop it. He's not doing that. Okay? He's not doing that. In fact, let me find this. Now you got others speaking about this, right? Now, and reacting to this, take a look at this. Okay. So new POTUS letter to Giannis, okay, links Nobel Peace Prize to Greenland, all right, reiterates threats and is forwarded by the NSC staff to multiple European ambassadors. And then he says, I obtained this text message, this text from multiple officials. Okay, so dear ambassador, President Trump has asked that the following message shared with the prime minister be forwarded to your named head of government, right? And so they shared this. Now, what's interesting, hold on. Make sure I have everything here. What's insane is that he sends this to the prime minister of Norway saying, okay, since you didn't give this to me, this is what I don't need to be nice anymore, right? Hold on, guys. So the former cardiologist for Dick Cheney, okay, says President Trump is showing concerning health symptoms and should be medically evaluated. You know that's not going to actually happen, but take a look at this. This is from Jonathan Reiner, all right? This is Dick Cheney's cardiologist. He is saying out loud that the president seems to be struggling with excessive daytime somnolence. I don't know that word. I'm going to have to look that up. Repeatedly falling asleep with a dozen people or surrounding your desk is not normal. He needs to be evaluated. But what's crazy about this is, yes, this is true. He is straight up nodding off, like in this video right here. He is falling asleep.
And both all the wonderful men to the right who worked so hard on this. Peter Welsh, it is a bipartisan issue, and understanding where we are in this country and how important the health of certainly our children is so important. USDA is posting.
Now, let me just be real. This guy, he's almost 80 years old. Let me just remind you, he's almost 80 years old. I'm surprised he has this much energy no matter what. I'm going to keep it a bean. At 80 years old, at almost 80 years old, I'm very impressed on how he is staying with it. Okay? But his mental decline should have been a concern, or mental decline in our leaders should have been a very big concern of ours when Biden was in office. Yes, I said it. And guess what happened? They held him up and made him run that country. Well, not really, but you get what I'm saying. They held him up like it was like they were doing a remake of Weekend at Bernie's. Sorry, but that's true. So if they were able to do that, hoist him up and use like fish lines, invisible fish lines, so that Biden could continue running the country, who's to say they're going to do the same thing for Trump? There is no way on God's green earth he's stepping down if he is cognitively not okay. There is no way. I am so sorry, guys, but there's no bloody way. Yeah, I don't know. That's so funny. You're right, funny. Oh, my Lord. Why is the milk there? What's up with the milk? Did he really need some milk? Is there a real, is there cookies? Is there milk and cookies? Like, what's going on with the milk? I don't know what this clip is from. I'm sorry. I don't. Okay? But if you really think about it, someone like Trump, they would do the same doggone thing like they did to Biden. So it doesn't even matter. Yes, you got Dr. Reiner, okay, Dick Cheney's cardiologist, basically saying like, yo, he is literally going through it. You could see it in his face. We could see it. There are some days that he literally is standing there and he's just like, you can tell he's just clocking out. Like he's falling asleep standing up. But that doesn't mean that these guys are going to sit there and go, well, he needs to resign. Everyone, we're being transparent. He needs to step down. That's not going to happen. That's not. Okay? Yeah, I heard about the Neon. I heard about the new Got Milk. They're trying to revive the Got Milk campaign. Not trying, but they're reviving it now. And there's a lot of those things. Yeah, I've heard about that. But that's just wild that you just have an open container of milk on a desk. I'm sorry, that's weird. Don't you think that's a little weird? No one else sees that as weird? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something about an open container of milk in a room full of all these. Look at this guy. He a heavy breather, too. Look at that, my lover. Look at this dude right here. You mean to tell me he ain't a heavy breather? He breathing all on top of an open container of milk? You okay with that? You want to take a drink after he's been breathing over that mug? For 15, 30, God knows how long Trump was talking for before he fell asleep in this little press conference? We talk about milk. Milk. Open container of milk around a whole bunch of mouth breathers. You kidding me? Hell to the no. I'm like, you can take that. Looks very tasty. Go ahead and dump that. Give it to the kittens. No one? Come on now. Come on, man. Hell no. How long has it been sitting out there too? Probably just sitting there like getting like room temperature. You know what I'm saying? Getting warm. Curdling up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, give it RFK. He'll drink it while doing burpees. And trying to teach Pete Hegseth how to do a proper kettlebell swing. Okay? Damn. But that's another conversation in itself. That man does not know how to use a kettlebell. That's the first time he ever seen a damn kettlebell. Hold on. Now you got me on Pete Hegseth. Hold on. I don't care. Yeah. This is weird. Okay? This is like him trying to be, I don't know. Where the hell is it? Why can't it be exactly where I'm looking for? Where the hell is it? This is what aggravates me. I'm sorry. So there's a clip of him with a skateboard. I gotta show it to you. F it. I gotta show it to you. Like, why? Why is he doing this? I didn't show this to you. Why? Sorry. Why is he always around like why is he always on physical stuff? Like his pull-ups are just like, of all people, he's like, we're all gonna be badasses. That's what we're gonna do. If I see one pot belly, you're fired, military. Right? But look at this. I just saw this. It's quick, I promise. I'm sorry. He's probably never touched a skateboard in his life. And then suddenly now he's like, oh, well, I gotta show you that I'm hip. I gotta show you that I'm young and nimble. Okay. And he kicks the thing up and it kicks him in the ding ding. Come on now. Right in the ding ding. Come on now. Yeah. He had a time though. So, God, where is it? Did they erase it from the internet? Did they erase it from the freaking internet? Him doing kettlebell swings? Why is it so hard to find? Of all things, that really pisses me off. I'm trying to find it because it's out here. I can't find it to save my life. We'll talk about it another time. But clearly, this guy, they got this whole like healthy thing going on. They got the Got Milk campaign coming back. They flipped the food chart basically upside down. They're like, meat and cheese. Eat a lot of meat and cheese. Meat and cheese, right? So that was interesting. That's a real thing. He really is saying that. They're all really saying that, actually. They are pushing for that like a mug. So let's continue on. Just all very interesting and weird stuff that's going on right now. So Greenland, we all know about that, okay? But here, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this right here.
CTV's Washington Bureau Chief Joy Malbon now on the swirling crisis and the messages that Donald Trump has written. Okay, Joy, where to start?
Where indeed, Sandy. Look, it's clear that the president is still smarting. He is still bitter over the Nobel Peace Prize, resulting in an extraordinary exchange of messages between two world leaders.
I mean, let's be real. He is basically saying, if I don't get my Nobel Peace Prize, where are we going to go into World War III? Real talk. Is that what's going to go down?
Donald Trump in a remarkable exchange lashing out at Norway's prime minister, writing, "Dear Jonas, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of me, have complete and total control of Greenland." Protesting over the weekend, Greenlanders wore their own version of MAGA hats.
Now, we already know about the hat, Make America Go Away, but isn't it interesting how many, like the theme song for this month is protests. The theme for this month, at least for this month, is protests. We got them all, like we got them popping off in various areas in America. We got protests now out here in Greenland who are basically saying, step off, get bent, take your American asses back home, and don't bother being here. It's interesting how much we are like America's about to go in and like invade a country that don't want us there. And then at the same time, we also got these agents that are getting paid crazy amounts of money, kicking people out of our country that we don't want in there. Don't you find that a bit ironical? Don't you think?
Saying, make America go away. Still, the president refuses to rule out military force to seize the Danish-owned Arctic island.
It is not easy when we wake up every morning to news threats. There are red lines which can't be crossed. This is a matter of basic principles, and we are living in 2026 where you can trade with people, but you can't trade people.
European leaders blasted Trump's actions, saying they won't be blackmailed by Trump's tariff threats. NATO nations coming to Greenland's defense, sending in ships and fighter jets as a show of support.
I think that this can be resolved and should be resolved through calm discussion, who decides the future of Greenland, and making clear that the use of tariffs in this way is completely wrong.
Trump says Europe should focus on Russia and Ukraine, not Greenland. Whatever's driving the president, even some Republicans are unnerved.
For him to militarily invade would turn Article 5 of NATO on its very head and, in essence, put us at war with NATO itself.
It seems, Sandy, the only praise for President Trump's territorial ambitions It's coming from the Kremlin, saying that Trump will go down in history if he does take Greenland.
Yes, he will go down in history, but not in a good way. Okay. Imagine him being the reason why we go into WW3. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if he's the main reason why we went into a WW3. That I don't know if he wants to be known for that. But he's sundowning like a mug. He definitely sundowning like a mug. And I wish we could look at Melania and see what's going on. Just to see what's going on. Like, yo, you good? He good? Because I don't think he's okay. But we said the same thing about Biden, and we had him for 4 whole years. We saw footage of him pooping himself on stage. We've seen it. We have seen things where he was walking in different directions off stage when he wasn't supposed to be walking off stage in those directions. You saw his wife do everything she could to keep an eye on him as he was having his spells, for lack of a better term. We all saw it, and they covered it up. They did. So they're going to do the same doggone thing for this guy too. Because there's no way he's stepping down from office because of being sick. This is not another Roosevelt situation. You see what I'm saying? This is not a Franklin Roosevelt situation where he's like, oh, well, you know, I got polio, so I got to go. You know what I mean? No, at some point, they're just going to cover everything up and hide the facts and hide the truth. They did it for Biden. They'll do it for this guy too. And who are we to say anything? If they did it for Biden, they're going to do it for Trump too. I'm sorry, but those are the facts. Get ready for it, because it's going to be weird. And it's going to be very obvious. But they should also take his phone after a certain time. Like, you know, especially if he's sitting on the throne, he's, you know, dropping a deuce, and he's just sitting there suddenly as he's making his deposit, he's realizing, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for me to send out a lengthy Truth Social post. No, he needs to not. He really needs to not. Now, we got to talk about Don Lemon. As you guys already know, Don Lemon has been going through some things. Of course, if I were in his shoes, I'd be a little concerned about what's going on, right? Especially after what has happened. He went to a protest. They walked into a church. We saw that first thing this morning. We saw all that. But now he's looking at some serious charges. If he's actually fully charged, they are looking to charge him. And I think that Don Lemon didn't do anything wrong. I really don't. I don't think he did anything wrong. He will get charged. But the only reason why he's going to get charged is because of his name. They're going to want to make an example of him. They're going to want to make him look like Boo Boo the Fool. And that's it. They don't care about anything else. It's all about optics, everybody. And you already know that people online are going out of their way to basically say, please, arrest him, get rid of him. There's memes and there's AI photos of him being arrested, so on and so forth. They don't give a damn about the fact. They don't give a damn about it. They just give a damn about who he is and what he stands for. And, you know, after thinking about it and everything, I was like, well, I mean, is he breaking the law? Was he breaking the law? I don't think he was breaking the law. Those protesters were. He walked in, he asked questions, and then he walked out. He wasn't in there trying to stop anybody from worshiping or anything of that sort. And that's exactly what his lawyer is going to do, is going to say. His lawyer is going to sit there and go, wait a second. No, he didn't do anything. He walked in, he filmed what was going on, but he didn't stop that pastor from preaching the word. Those protesters did. You see, they're going to look at it, those technicalities. And hopefully he'll be able to, get around it, right? But Benny Johnson played this, put this up, which is what I think is interesting. Basically saying that this pastor, okay, so let me show you. It says here, this is from Benny Johnson. So pastor demands FACE Act, which we talked about earlier, okay? Demands FACE Act charges after Don Lemon and anti-ICE rioters stormed a Minnesota church. So I demand the DOJ investigate what took place in Minneapolis, arrest them accordingly. We must protect religious liberty in this country. And then, of course, Benny Johnson's agreeing with this because, Benny Johnson's MAGA till he die. All right. But let's take a listen to what this pastor said. And I don't know, is this the guy? Because I don't know if this is Easterwood, but he's bald like Easterwood. Okay. But let's continue.
Today in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a group of activists led by Don Lemon stormed a Baptist church by the name of Cities Church during their worship time. They were screaming and chanting, disrupting the singing and the preaching because they suspected an ICE officer may attend the church. This is a violation of what is known as the FACE Act. And not only do we condemn this act, but tonight I want to demand that the Department of Justice investigate what took place in Minneapolis, apprehend those who broke the law, and arrest them accordingly. We must protect religious liberty in this country. As people meet to worship God, they have been given legally the right to enter, to worship, and to leave their place of worship. The Lord Jesus said, in the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. I have preached for many years that there will come a time when we'll find out who are Christians by label and by convenience, and who are Christians by conviction. And certainly we're in.
Let me tell you this. He is not stopping anybody from, I'm telling you right now, because people are trying to take this and move the goalpost as best as they can. They're trying so hard to make it seem like he's just this, he was in there just, stopping people from praising and all that stuff. That's not the case at all. There was chaos in there. He went in there. He was like, hey, what, can you tell us what your thoughts are on this? He did not stop anyone from being able to praise or do what they wanted to do. Those people went in there. Those protesters decided to go into that place, trespass into that place, and do what they did. He's filming it. Now, again, this is just my opinion. My opinion could be absolutely 110% wrong, and that's fine. But I didn't see him go up to anyone and try to stop them from being able to pray or do their thing. All he has done is walked over to somebody, go, what are your thoughts on this? And then they go, oh, I think this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And he moves on to the next person. He's not stopping anyone. He's not harassing anybody. There is a moment where remember he was talking to the older gentleman. That gentleman was engaging with a conversation with him. It was not like he was going up to him, cornering him in the church, basically saying, you can't leave until you're done talking to me. No. But as soon as he tried to throw facts or rebuttal what that man had said to him about what's going on in Minneapolis, that man skirted off. He followed him like, why? Why you got to walk away? Why can't we have a full-on conversation about these things? I don't think that's a crime that was committed. But at the same time, that's the thing. This is what's so sad about the world that we live in. Everyone's going to be seeing the small nuanced things that are being told, right, out here that are little pieces of rhetoric. People take that and then they run with that rhetoric. Now it's, oh, how dare they do all this and, lock him up. He's a criminal. Really? I see the protesters getting charges more than I see Don Lemon getting charges. That's just what I think. Okay. And you're right there. Gene Bell, thank you so much. He did. That part is true. But if you noticed, he started to walk away. After the pastor said, I'm just asking you guys to politely leave. Can you please leave? And then he started marching away. He started walking out the front. In fact, let me show you what I mean, because I'd rather show you facts. And as he's walking out, he started talking to people. He's like, okay, what are your thoughts on this? Oh, okay. And he just kept on walking out the front door or off to the side door. And then people were coming out the side door, and he's just asking those people questions. Hey, what are your thoughts? And this guy's like, I'm just all about love, man. I just came here to praise God, and I don't want to talk about this, but I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it, man. He didn't stop that guy from leaving. The guy wanted to leave, so he let the guy leave. You see what I'm saying? So he did do what they asked him to do. Hold on. I'm just going to bring that up. We're going to circle back and take a trip down memory lane. Okay, hold on. Go back to that live feed, if it's still up, that is. I'm sure it is, because it has hundreds of thousands of views. But let's go over to that part. Right after. Yeah, hold on. Right after. Yep, right here. Let's go here. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does right after the guy says, I need you to leave. Right?
We're about love these folks. We're about spreading the love of Jesus. But did you try to talk to them as a Christian? No one is willing to talk. Okay. I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked if you actually would also leave this building. You don't want us to chronicle what happened? Unless you're here to worship. I'm always worship. I'm a Christian. We're here to worship. Yeah. We're here to worship. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So that's one of the pastors of the church, and it's kind of loud, so I can't hear him. But they're still there, and then, pardon me, sir. Sorry.
Mind you, he is not going in and saying, like he is going and saying, like, hey, like, look, they're all out there. He's just still depicting things. He's still narrating. He's still, as he said, he's chronicling what's going on, and that's all he's doing. And now he's trying to walk out. Let's continue. I'm gonna, skip ahead a little bit, but you'll see.
Do you mind if we talk to you? What do you think of this? I thought you said no. What I'll tell you.
See what I'm saying? He's like, I'm going to be nice to people, right? I'm going to be, okay, I hear you. Okay. You don't want to answer? That's fine. Keep it moving. And he's like walking away. He's trying to go. You see what I'm saying? He's leaving. But as he's leaving, he's just, grabbing a question or, grabbing a small interview or two. You know what I mean? This is the part of journalism that I really do appreciate, because you're also getting different opinions. It may not be an opinion that Don has, but it's good to hear what other people are thinking out here, because there are opposing opinions in that church. This guy's not breaking any laws here, guys. That's what I don't think he's breaking any laws, but because he is who he is, they're trying to take it and make him look like the bad guy. He didn't organize this. He was told that this was going on, and then he showed up. Somebody asked me if I would do this. Now, here's the thing. I will tell you this. Now that I know, because I would not have known this if I was just doing this randomly. I would not have known about the laws, right? In fact, I would probably Google that real fast and be like, okay, so we're staying out here. That's it. I'd be like, okay, we're standing outside. And I'll interview people as they walk out of the church. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going out inside that if I know that there's laws that are being broken at that time. Nope. I'm going outside. And I'll be like, I'll see them outside as they come out. How's it going on? How's it going out there or in there? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? And just grabbing a few stragglers as they're coming out. Because, shoot, I don't want no smoke. You see what I'm saying? I don't want no problems. But I don't think that Don Lemon was breaking any laws here. I don't. If anything, probably misdemeanors, small things, but nothing like where he's going to be locked up for life or some crap like that. You know what I mean?
is that there are varying arrays of views on the political situation.
We already saw this, so
Array of the complexity of the issue. Said that simply.
Just here to chronicle and to get some answers and let people know what they've done. They've pumped the music up really, really loud. Guy with his arms stretched up. But by the way, just so you know, this is what you get with independent journalism.
Okay. And then he
go
says his piece.
media that and we because the names. So, anyways, but they're still in the middle of the church, and
he starts going this way.
I want you to show this, Mike. These guys are praying. They have their hands up, and there you see. And look, this is a juxtaposition. This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying. And you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do. Instead, I don't know if the people here are interested in talking to the protesters, but perhaps they should come in, pray together, and talk together. But anyways, that's the middle of it. If I were the pastor, I would offer a prayer. I would try to calm things down and say, listen, talk to you. We're all citizens. We're all believers and Christians. What do we do? Or if I'm the pastor, there's a trying to calm him down.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I think it's
So we all saw this.
well, it's trustworthy.
So we all saw this, but he has a few conversations with people. And like I said, he's not obstructing anybody. He's not stopping anybody from praising. He's just standing on the side and asking a couple questions, and then he just moves on, right? Has a few little debates or conversations with people, but then he keeps it moving. And then he goes outside. So he was in there for an extra, 10 minutes? Let's just say that, give or take. And then he left. And then he went outside. And that's when he started seeing, people coming out. So he was just rapping with those people. Not trying to be, he's not trying to be a nuisance of any kind. He's like, okay, I'm seeing what's going on, so I'm reporting it. And that's it. You see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, he's looking at some serious, or not some serious crimes, but he's looking at some, they're really going in on him right now. The internet is going ham on him right now because he showed and covered what happened, right? This is crazy, to say the least. Yeah, and I agree, Story. I agree 100%. I think he's going to be just fine. I think he's going to be fine. This is just a thing for certain, corners of the world to clutch their pearls and be mad and shake their fist angrily at somebody. For what reason, I don't know. Okay? I don't think he broke any laws. I think he just did his thing. He was at that situation or in that situation, and he went and he covered what was going on. There was other news media outlets that were inside that facility as well, that were inside that church, that were literally in the groups chanting and showing all that was going on as well. And are they catching any face act charges? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Like I said, they're trying to make an example out of this guy because he's Don Lemon. That's it. Sorry. Piece of hair. But you get what I'm saying, right? So, if he was to catch a charge, I'd be a little surprised, but I also feel like there's not enough to really take him down. You see what I'm saying? So it would be something interesting to see how he handles that situation when if it is to actually happen. Because remember, the way that we live, how we live with both sides of the fence right now, I mean, any opportunity for one side to chastise the other, they're going to take it. And that's on both sides of the fence. Both sides do it. As soon as somebody who's left does something jacked up, the right takes it and runs it hard. Okay, they go hard in the paint on it, right? Same thing on the other side. If it's somebody who's a conservative, the left will lose their minds over it and make a big deal out of it as well. It's just a story It's a tale as old as time. We all know that. Okay. And it shouldn't matter if he's gay, but somebody said something. Yeah, he's gay. And who cares? We all been known that. But hold on. So they're saying here, and of course we didn't play the beginning, but I'll show you this. And this is somebody's opinion, by the way, somebody's tweet. Don Lemon had foreknowledge of the church invasion protest that left kids in tears. He must be investigated over when he knew this, and if he planned this in any way with the group. The group, and I mean every single member of it, must be arrested over it. So here's the thing. I don't know what happened in the beginning. So let's see what about this video right here. Let's take a look.
Into Minneapolis a little bit ago and did some reconnaissance on the ground, speaking to an organization there that's gearing up for resistance and protest. I've been pleasantly surprised to see the community coming together. Diverse community. If you see this, when we first pulled up, we're like, wait a minute, which operation are we at? And as it turns out, because we're like, well, this is kind of MAGA coded, right? So the American flag or whatever, but these are resistance protesters. They're planning an operation that we're going to follow them on. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing, but it's called Operation Pull Up. And it's Takima Armstrong, and she has been doing this since George Floyd, Dante Wright, and others, where they surprise people, catch them off guard, and hold them to account. And so that's what we're doing here. And then after we do this operation, you'll see it live. And these operations are surprise operations. Again, can't tell you where they're going.
That's interesting. That he's like, hey, I knew. Okay, so I'm a part of this whole thing. They let us know. We had a whole meeting. Blah blah blah. Not great, but that still doesn't mean that he's breaking laws. You see what I'm saying? That's still him being like, hey, I'm here to document this whole situation. I'm not stopping them from doing what they're doing. I'm not stopping these other people from doing what they're doing. I mean, if you really think about it, it kind of reminds me of like reality TV shows. Hear me out. When it comes to reality TV shows, you'll see people, these characters in these shows. And the cameramen and the producers and all that, there's a whole lot of people that run those shows. There's cameras all over the place. There's cameramen, there's producers, there's handlers, all that, right? But one of the rules is that those people, those cameramen, are not allowed to have their hands or help those characters that are on the show. So I'm wondering what that is all about. And if there's something like that he could use if he was to get charged. Think about it, right? Yeah, PB, it's like he got a scoop and he's like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what they do. And then they walk in and they did their thing, right? So that actually makes me want to go back to that video. Give me 2 seconds. Let's go back to this video. Because I didn't see the beginning of it when he's filming what has happened. So let's take a look. Going all the way back. In fact, let's go all the way back. We did see the very beginning of this. So not the very, very beginning of it, but let's see what the deal is. They're sitting there for a minute. That snow is crazy. Okay, let's start here.
You have one mission, and that was not to get us stuck. We didn't get stuck.
Guys, there's great content.
Would you like to see us stuck in the snow? Okay. All right. Okay, so I am going inside now. You can hear me, right? Well, I mean, we're here now. Where's my phone? I need my phone.
Phone?
Yeah.
You want me to ask what's going on inside? I can.
Yeah, find out, but I need my phone. I don't know where I put it.
Hold on real quick. I'm going to move ahead, but here's somebody just asked something. Oh, thank you, Wolf. I appreciate that. Wolf Wisdom. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Somebody else asked this. Where did he go? Brian Rambles just said, do you think if he was hetero, this would be the same story? What about white? Nope. Honestly, white and conservative, and if he had the same, well, not white and conservative, I'm sorry, white and still liberal and was, a popular name, Don Lemon type thing, Don Lemon, but he was white and straight. Yeah, I mean, I think he would still be put on the chopping block. I don't think this has anything to do with him and his sexual orientation or the fact that he is black. It has nothing to do with that. It all has to do with his political affiliation. If he was right winger and he was filming this, he may not have had any issues whatsoever. You see what I'm saying? They may not have said anything. They would have been like, he's a true patriot for depicting this whole situation. Thank you, Nick Shirley, for doing what you did. You're a true patriot, showing how insane these crazy leftists are. You see what I'm saying? Anything to feed the narrative for one side or the other, they're always going to spin it. So it doesn't matter. He could be a gay conservative covering this. They'll still be like, thank you so much, Don Lemon. Trust. If it feeds the machine, if it feeds their narrative, they're going to run with it. But I'm telling you right now, it's both sides of the fence that do this. It's not just MAGA or conservatives. It's both sides. Look at what happened with the Nick Shirley situation. Still have my strong opinions about that whole documentary. But at the same time, look at what happened. You had the likes of J.D. Vance, Trump, etc., reposting that video and saying, look, see the truth? He's a true patriot. Okay. Sure. Why? Because it feeds their narrative, guys. It feeds their freaking narrative. And then, of course, with this guy, with Don Lemon, I'm sure, the fact that he's homosexual might be a factor that they're like, and he's gay too. You know what I mean? It's kind of a, oh, he's black? He's not conservative. And he gay. No. Crucify him. You see what I'm saying? So sure, it's like the cherry on top. It's the sprinkles on top. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb, but that's what I mean. They can't be. It's ridiculous, but true. They will take that. They will stack it up. They'll do everything they can to fit that narrative. And then they'll be like, crucify him, arrest him, that kind of thing. That's all. Okay. But let's continue. All right. Let's continue.
Okay.
I'm going to skip ahead.
If you want to walk over, you can, I guess. The property. Okay, so we're going inside. Definitely trolls in the chat. It's okay. Did you know that? Have you heard that before?
So just so you know, the group of people are already inside that place. He's outside. So he did not go in there and disrupt anything. The disrupting is already happening while he's getting his stuff, he's getting his microphone, he's doing all that stuff, right? He's not in there stopping people from doing what they want to do, from like, protesting or for praising. He's not stopping anybody. He's out here. He's getting his stuff. He's doing his thing. And then later on, things have commenced. So that's when he gets in there. But things have already popped off by the time he goes in there.
So activists are now in the church, and they are protesting, surrounded the church. And
what's crazy is that it's like he had a microphone put inside the church. Like somehow he, you know what I mean? Or his assistant went and did that, or maybe one of the activists has his microphone or something, right? But that's crazy. That's crazy.
they have found out that one of the pastors here in the city, in the area.
Wow. You see the people? Wait. You got to see that. People are trying to get the F out. Look how quickly everybody. Look over to this side, to the far left side of the screen, okay? I'm going to make myself smaller. Look at this side of the screen. You're going to see people trying to get out and they're slipping and falling down, okay? Hold on.
In the area.
Take a look. Crazy, right? People trying to run. People trying to run out the door. I get it. I'd be, if I didn't know what was going on and I didn't want to be a part of no smoke, I'd be wanting to get the F out too, as quickly as possible, right?
Oh no.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see what's up. First off, so
I'm going to assume those that are like,
because somebody in the chat just said that he left, that he was like inside, this protesting started, and then he ran outside to get his stuff. I don't see that. I see them leaving to go to the place, the car driving with him in the ride. Hold on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna re-add it once we hang out somewhere.
Okay, you can do it now if you want. It's fine. Does that take it?
We're still driving.
It's a pain. Oh, right.
Kicked off again.
Right. I can look on there. So the algorithm is so sensitive. TikTok doesn't like people driving, even though I am not focused on driving. Someone else is driving, and even though he's not focused on driving, somebody else is driving. Yeah. Well, we're in a bit of a traffic jam right now. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly, PB. Thank you.
Got stuck in
I wanted to know.
There.
I'm like, I'm not crazy. Like he literally, they pull up. Yes, he's worried about getting stuck. He looks for his phone, and then he eventually goes in there. But he didn't go out there and then get down there, right? So he had a microphone somewhere because the microphone was on inside the church. But how did he get inside the church? You see what I'm saying? Like, before everything. And let me tell you this too. Those microphones aren't cheap. So you will not see me, at least me, leaving a microphone like that, just chilling, just hanging out in a church all by itself. I don't care if it's the house of the Lord. There are plenty of people out here that would easily grab those microphones. I mean, look, because I don't have his exact rig, but because of you guys, okay. I was able to get this rig, right? But one thing is for sure, these microphones, right? And these rigs are fire, okay? When they're working, when they work great, they're amazing, okay? When they work, they're amazing. But look at these microphones. Like this microphone, this doggone thing is tiny, right? So yeah, you could probably stuff it somewhere, or give it to somebody, put it on their as a lapel on their jacket or something like that as they're walking in and doing the protest. That's possible, right? But nonetheless, he's not in there doing the protesting. You see what I'm saying? He's still driving up. I'm going to put this on mute. Okay? As they're driving, they just parked. We're going to skip ahead. Okay?
So this is going to be very interesting. No, I don't think we can go inside, right? No. No.
Huh? Hold on. Let's roll that back. What is he talking about? He said, I don't know if we can go inside. What's he talking about?
There's some inside information that they got. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't think we can go inside, right? No. No. We can stand outside.
Which is basically what he should have done. Okay? Which is basically what he should have done, is just stay outside and wait for people to come out and then interview them then. Okay? But yeah, so he knew it would not be a good thing to maybe go inside. But here's the thing, though. He didn't stop anybody from praising. He's not the people in there stopping people from praising. He went in there to, as he said, chronicle the situation. But let's continue, because apparently they talk about the microphones. Let's see what's going on here, so we all know what's going down.
Just FYI for you, these are the 2 times.
4 here. Oh, okay. So we're right on time.
Right on time, yeah.
Right on time.
I'm gonna assume those that are like.
Yeah.
But
we can't say too much.
But
we don't want to give it up.
It looks like we can probably get out the car. So no, come on, man. I'm gonna circle one more time and then we can park it.
Okay. Well, if you see a space, you can go across. Look in the camera. You can say that. All right. Now it's hot.
See your face, dog.
I know it's hot as a bear's ass in here now. What the hell's going on with this? Oh my God! You've never heard that?
No, we've never heard that. Okay.
Yeah, I think we can go in front and maybe just pull.
That's another term for something, right? Bear? No one? Okay, let's continue. It's fine. And that's the other thing too. I was gonna say, is he not wearing Ray-Ban Meta glasses? So was he filming on the Meta glasses as well? I've never heard of the hot as a bear's ass. I've never heard that. But bears, it's isn't that a slang term for like a dude? Like a hairy guy or something like that? But here's the thing. He had those glasses on, but those glasses, I'm thinking he just has them on just as backup, just in case. You see what I'm saying? Y'all like, what? What are you talking about? Hot as bear poo? That's a new one for me. Okay. But anyway, let's continue.
Up in front.
Yeah, let's go back around. That's what I wanted to do, though, just to get an idea of what's happening.
And once we're done with this, we're going to go over to Whipple, to the.
Wait a second.
The Whipple.
Just looking at his glasses. Nope. They're just regular glasses, it looks like. Interesting. Unless he switches them out, which is possible. So let's continue. I would love to get those glasses. I think they're kind of fire. I think they'll be kind of fire to get. But anyway.
Center and check that out. But this is this is just very rough, off the cuff. IRL. This is a true IRL because it's not produced. We don't know what's happening. We kind of do, but we don't know how it's going to play out.
Right.
And we won't get to see the initial. Do not go down any place that's going to get us stuck.
No.
We may not see the initial impact, but we'll see some of it. Can we go here, you think? Yeah.
Yes, we can. Let's go here.
Maybe we can go here. So, yes. So we'll get to see some of the what happens after this sort of surprise.
It'd be good if you had your meta glasses on.
I do have.
So he has meta glasses. There we go. So he does have meta glasses.
Inside the building.
I may do that, but I don't know. Can you switch over to my meta? No.
I don't think so.
But I could go inside with my meta on, and I can have the mic.
Yeah.
I could have the mic.
But that might give it away though.
No.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah. Oh,
that's all I need.
Yep. All right, we're gonna mark it now.
I'm telling you right now, I got to tell you, these rigs are amazing. Okay, I haven't even gotten a chance to really play with this rig I got. Okay, but this thing is chef's kiss. When it's cranking, man. Okay, so for example, sorry for the left turn, but the interview I did with Representative Wesley Bell, I used the rig. That's what I was able to get the crispy, clean visuals, right? And that crispy sound was from that rig. Okay, those rigs are freaking fire. They're fire. And what he's doing is exactly the same stuff, right? It's IRL. It's very off the cuff, not produced at all. It is just, it's dope. It's dope what you can do with these rigs. Real talk. If you got the right people working them, you can do some really amazing stuff, which is what I'm hoping to do here in the very near future. No, I'm not going to be trespassing or causing any crimes, but I am going to be covering a lot of stuff that's going on in these streets here very, very soon. Or, whenever there's more stuff to cover in the streets here. Okay. But I digress. Let's just continue.
Yeah. Or can we park across the street over there?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a driveway right there. It might be.
How much are those meta glasses?
I want to park. That driveway right there.
Or right here in front of that? No.
Let's just check.
Or behind that car.
Oh, yeah.
Spin it around so we can see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Ain't this a pathway right here?
Don't get us stuck. Don't do that. Come on.
Damn.
Or you can go there. Be mindful and demure.
Why is it so damn expensive? Holy balls. Dear Lord. You gotta be rolling in that dough. Come on now. I need some advice from Don Lemon. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, 300, like 300 to close to damn near $800, y'all, depending on what kind of glasses you're trying to get. That is insane.
Do not get us stuck.
Okay.
This is good. Okay, so we are here. Now, do you think if you just have it, I think maybe if you just have it on the church, but if they see me, they're gonna know. No?
It just depends.
No what?
Don't name the location.
I'm not naming the location, but I mean, I'm just wondering if you see
point,
me. The folks inside see me.
Are the congregants really on live instead of in service right now?
No, but they'll be like, "Why is Don Lemon here?"
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning church.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
They'll be like, he's. Well, what else? It's Sunday, and we already said the church.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you said it.
No, I didn't.
No,
I did not.
We were saying that church is going on during Sunday.
Okay, that's what we said.
Bro.
You
I'm
right,
just trying
Pete
to
Kelly.
figure out what's the best thing because we just found out about this morning. I'm just trying to figure out if it's best for me to go inside so I can tell what happened. And then that's what I'm going to do. And can you just keep
what
it
if you
trained on there?
You should take,
I'm going to take this off.
We can swap hats too.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can put your hood on too if you want. Like church.
I don't know what the distance is on the mics, so I could go The only thing is I don't know what's really going to look good.
Just put it in your bag.
I can go up close. Well, I know I'm also not supposed to really go in, right? Like,
Yeah, but
like initial meets with people. Isn't that what was said?
yeah, but also,
so he says it right there. He's like, I know I'm not supposed to be going in there. Interesting. That's what the cameraman just said. So they looked it up. You see what I'm saying? Like they clearly knew, okay, I shouldn't go in there. And yet they still did. But here's the thing. I still think they didn't do do anything crazy, right? Like they didn't do anything crazy, breaking the laws or breaking the laws, you know what I'm saying? They went in there to film and interview people, not stopping people. They weren't out there going say her name or ice out or anything crazy like that. He was just like, hey, I'm here to interview. Okay, what's going on in here? How does that make you feel? Blah. Okay, that's how you feel? Okay, cool. Moving on. You see what I'm saying? Still, they knew it's I don't know if we should go in there like that, but they still ended up getting in there, which is very, very interesting. And maybe it was because there was so much commotion that inspired him to go in there and depict it even more, right? Somebody just said, Melly just said, Pascal, doing what you do, the Ray-Ban Meta glasses would work good as a content creator. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. It's a really, really good idea. Those things are just expensive, man. They're just so damn expensive, Shoot, if this show had consistently, 2 to 3 or 4,000 people watching the show all the time, shoot, it'd be great to have more than that. But you know what I'm saying? Then this would be a different story. But I'm not Don Lemon, Don Lemon gets 16,000 people watching his shows. He's at that level because he's Don Lemon, right? Maybe one day, but they're pretty expensive. Those are some expensive things, man. Okay. Yeah. So let us continue.
But you can go in because
I got you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
If I'm correct, you can live stream off of the Meta glasses too. I think you can live stream off of them. Hold on. I'm going to look it up because he could have easily not had the cameras in with him, the whole camera rig and doing all that. And he could have just filmed from the glasses and just interviewed people right then and there. You know what I mean?
When you can't, will they let you in with the camera?
With
No.
the backpack.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you. I appreciate that, sweetheart.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
Oh, we can't.
No. But I think here, go this way.
Yes, you can. You can. I want to hear what they said, but you can live stream directly from your Ray-Ban Meta Smart glasses to Facebook. So that's interesting. And then you can use third-party. You can also use third-party apps like Streamlabs for platforms like YouTube or Twitch, that kind of thing. So you can do that. That's fascinating. Good to know. That's really, really good to know. I'm not going to lie. That's fantastic to know. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys saying that. That really means a lot. Always need that support, So I appreciate that. But I just want to hear what he said one more time.
In with the camera?
With the backpack. Put it in your backpack.
No, they can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Oh, we can't.
No.
So he knows. He knows what's going down. He knows. You heard that, right? So he knows, right? Yeah, you got a point there, Ms. Meadows. Michael Miller's a perfect example. Protests every Sunday were happening in front of J.P. Miller's church. Yeah. And those protesters could not go onto that property, period. So you got a point. You definitely got a point. Okay. That's a strong point. Let's continue though.
But I think is here. Go this way. Let me produce this live as we're doing.
I'm the producer. I'm the producer.
So. And if there's a place to turn, I want you to go and park right where you can see the entrance. So see where that black car is over there?
I want to skip ahead.
Or behind this white car, behind that white thing.
Let me let this guy go.
Don't get us stuck.
There's only, I don't think that's the main entrance, though.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, where people are walking.
Or if you can fit there. Like a real cowboy. Go behind the white car. In front of that black car.
The black one.
Oh, you can see there. No, you're good. Okay, just go.
So let me go up some more then. Driving in the snow.
Oh my gosh.
Drop a W in the chat if you can drive.
If you can drive in the snow. Okay, so I think we need to be like right here. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, now go up a little bit. Not that way.
I got you. Hold on.
No, don't.
Second. Slide back.
Then they get a little bit stuck in the snow.
I can't see that. I can't see that way.
No, you should just be going that way.
There,
not to go on the thing.
but I
Are you
can't see
okay?
anything
Park.
on that
Just hit
side.
park. I got it.
He's like, I want to go work. He's like, I want to go capture this. I want to work. Can you just just park the car? Come on. Let's just go. Okay. A lot of things going on. People protesting. We got to go. We got to do our job, right? We're here for this. You know, I didn't pay you to just drive the car and get it stuck in the snow. We're here to cover this stuff. Let's get to work. And that's literally, I see that vibe. I can feel that vibe. Trust me. Okay. But he wasn't protesting. And again, let me tell you something. He's
You know what Don is doing. I'm gonna let Don do his
so
thing.
far, guys. Let me tell you. Do we see him go into the space first? Do we see him going into the space, like into the church? You see what I'm saying? Right now, he hasn't so far. So the theory about what's going on inside, about maybe he threw in a mic and then he ran back out, that kind of thing. No, so far that's not what we're seeing. Now he's driving the car.
Okay.
Backwards. Yeah. Alrighty.
21.
He's 21. He has no idea what he's doing. All right. So, Mike, I need you right in front of the car.
Now you want my hand, okay? Let's do it. I'm gonna uncover your name though.
I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna give you the rundown. So I'm gonna go inside, guys. And I'm gonna give the rundown of what's going on. You can turn this down.
Oh, okay. So now I get it. So he did end up going in there. From my understanding, he went in there. He had the microphone on him, and then the camera went and caught up with him. So he went in there first. Let's see. So because remember, the camera just stayed outside. But that's the reason why we're able to hear what's going on inside, because the microphone was on him and he walked in. And then the camera went in and followed him afterwards. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so he didn't like hide the microphone in there. He was inside the place already while the protest was, he walked in the middle of the protest.
Yeah, I'll grab him. Right here.
So you just want me set up getting a good shot of the location?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh,
okay. And then we saw this crap.
Start.
Let's continue ahead.
Yes. Property. Definitely trolls in the chat. It's okay. We don't mind the trolls. On the sidewalk here.
Almost there we go. So that's what happened. Okay. So yeah, they pulled up. He started getting his microphone. They got stuck in the snow. They got the car out of the snow. He changed his stuff. He grabbed the microphone. He changed his hat, his beanie, because his beanie at first said the Lemon Show, or like Don Lemon Show. So he removed that and put on a regular beanie so that he wouldn't automatically be spotted that quickly. And then the interviews happened. And it's interesting because it does make you wonder, like, and this is, of course, a question that needs to be answered. Did they wait for Don Lemon to show up? Because they had been in there for a while. Those protesters were in there for a minute. Think about it. From the time that he was trying to find a place to park, to the car being stuck, to him losing his phone, trying to find his phone, all those things took time. Took a lot of time. And then he walked in there, right? And listen, the sermon is still going on. Pastor is still giving his sermon. Listen.
More seats. We do have some seats available in the sides here. The transept, a few seats open. Some seats up here as well. The Gospel of John, chapter. Excuse me, Pastor. You say that we ask the Lord to stay in your house.
Hey, Meta record. So activists are now in the church, and they are protesting, surrounded the church. And
mind you, he is not saying anything. He is just going in and breaking down what's going on inside. He's not saying say her name. He is not saying Renee Good. He is not saying ICE, fire ICE or ICE get out or, whatever, ICE out or whatever the heck it is. He's not saying any of that. He's just giving reports on what's going on. And then, of course, we saw the rest of the video, right? We already saw the rest of it after that. But that is very interesting nonetheless. He knew what was going on. He knew that. That is for sure. He knew that there was a plan for them to protest and all that inside the church. He knew that, but he's just covering the situation that was happening inside the church. Can he get charged for the FACE Act or the Triple K charge or anything of that sort? I don't know. Okay, but it is true that he definitely knew what was popping, what was about to go off, and then he went in there, and then it went off. Crazy, right? And you never know. Maybe, one of the organizers saw that he was there and then gave them the cue, like, okay, do it. Go ahead and start, because it's just almost too perfect that he walked in and then 3 minutes later, the protest started, right? So that's very, very interesting. But, definitely let me know your thoughts. Do you think he should be charged, for what he did, or, for what he was a part of, for what he was covering. Should he be charged for that? Definitely let me know. Okay. But I'm going to get some of these super chats here really quick. So Jenny, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Trump's an insane dictator and he's using our government for his ego games. Yep. I think so too. He takes over countries because they want it. Insane, folks. That's who. Now, let me tell you this. I think he's feeling some type of way. I think Trump is feeling some type of way. He just did this thing with Venezuela, right? He's feeling some type of way with, what happened to Maduro, and it was successful. Whether you like to admit it or not, it was successful. Okay? Doesn't matter if you agreed with them going in and taking the man and bringing him here to face justice for the crimes that he's committed. Doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. That was a successful operation. Trump is feeling good. He's feeling himself. This is the perfect reason why he's like, Greenland doesn't sound so bad now, right? Since I already got Venezuela. It's a great place, Venezuela. But we need Greenland. That's what we need. We need Greenland. That's what we need. We need Greenland. This is only because of the success that he had in Venezuela. That's why he feels like he could literally go in and be Captain Save-A-Ho to every single mother-loving country that's out here saying, please help us. Look at what's going on with Iran. You don't think that he's... Come on now. Come on now. He's feeling good. He's feeling good. Trump is feeling good. Okay? He is feeling good, and he's like, I am going to take it all because I can. Right? And then, of course, he's mad about the Pulitzer Prize or whatever, the Peace Prize. What did I say? Pulitzer. The Nobel Peace Prize, I meant. Of course he's mad about the Nobel Peace Prize. Yes. But he's like, look, I got the bad guy from Venezuela. I got the bad guy. Stopping wars, left and right. Where is my reward? And that's literally what he's looking for. But he's not getting it. Two different Dons in the same damn show. Isn't that crazy? Two different Dons. You got the lemon and you got the Trump. Nutty. Neon, thank you so much. I corrected you poorly. So shall pay for it. Oh, thank you. Mark Janus. Janus? I think you're talking about the Giannis. I think it's Giannis. Jonas. Sorry, it's Jonas. It's Jonas. If that's what you're talking about, the letter that he wrote. Jonas. Parky Posey, thank you so much. Y'all watching End of USA as a superpower. That's one thing a lot of people are concerned about, that we are literally at the end of an era, that we're watching this all go down because of Trump. Because he's feeling like we are the most powerful of all time, and that we are untouchable, and that we cannot be messed with. USA ain't nothing to F with, kind of thing, right? And he's going to be sorely, or unfortunately, the world is going to be sorely mistaken. Or sorry, the country is going to be sorely mistaken. Not us, but us that are in it. Yeah. We're about to get screwed. All because he's like, yeah, I can do anything. This is the world that we live in. Neon, again, thank you so much for the love. LOL, dang it. I was wrong twice. It's okay. It's okay. I was like, Yanis, Yanal, what is it? Yanus? Like, what is it? Yeah, it's Jonas, just so you guys know. Immortal Badass, thank you so much for being a member for so freaking long. Thank you. When Putin is on your side, you're wrong. Woo! Those are words. Those are words being said. Yeah. But I guess in the world that we live in, don't we want these powerful countries to be copacetic together, right? Because I don't know if we're ready for another red war. You know what I mean? Like another war with Russia. You know what I mean? Jocelyn, you got two, so I'm going to read them back to back. Nope. Biden jailed GMAs or grandmas for peacefully protesting outside abortion clinics. Assistant AG put a video of Don prepping with people prior, and then he's trying to remove them. Interesting. Removing Charlie made TPUSA bigger. Our goods and antics brought 1,000 more ICE. Oh, okay. These people aren't very intelligent when trying to make change. Well done. Well, here's the thing. What's going to happen when people are not happy with things that are going on? If they want change, how do we make that change happen? Let's be real. We have Trump now voted in office. He's been here for a year, and it already feels like he's been in office for 3 years. I feel like a lot of people feel that stress and that pressure. And there's a lot that he's done right now that is just weird and odd. And he's become even more white supremacist-y lately, which is even more insane. Because in the very beginning, it wasn't like that. Well, wasn't as bad, right? He's like, no, I'm a good guy. I don't do that. I'm not all about that. I love black people. I love them all. I love black people. I love them all. And you know what? Black people love me too. Right? Now, not so much. Now he's sitting here saying, oh, yeah, the white guy is screwed. It's getting screwed over. And the civil rights was a terrible thing for white people. Say that again? What? These are things that are coming out of his mouth. Is this the same Trump we had in his first term? I think not. He had 4 years to wallow in self-pity and come up with his revenge plan. But I also think that his mental decline started to accelerate back then too, during those 4 years, while Biden's was his mental decline was right there in front of everybody. And that's for sure. So I don't know, with all this that's going on, we all need a Coke and a smile. Coca-Cola. I ain't talking about that Colombian pure as the driven snow. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Coke, Coca-Cola, and smile. That's what we need. And we need a massage and a vacation. I think the whole entire country, when this whole thing is, when the Trump era is done, when he's finished with his term, we all need a vacay. Yeah. We all need a holiday, as some of you guys would say across the pond. Little holiday, Maybe not. I need it. I sure as hell know you guys need it too. Let's move on. Buddha, the rock star, thank you so much. Pascal, what do you think DGT would do away with the Civil Rights Act? Hell to the no, he would not be able to do it. He could freaking try. You almost got me cursing. But he could freaking try, but it's not going to happen. If he was to do that, that's bad on so many levels. Because remember, he even said, I got black people. I got plenty of black people that love me all day long. They love me. The black community loves me. He won't have that anymore. All the black conservatives, if they have a freaking brain cell working in their heads, they're going to wake up and they're going to be like, well, I ain't MAGA no more. Shoot. Civil rights, what? Gone? deuces. It would take a lot of work for that to actually successfully happen if Trump was to try to destroy and dismantle the Civil Rights Act. All things that people have lost their lives over would be obsolete, would mean nothing. And that would very much upset a lot of people. And it would be more than just people who are sitting here saying F ICE. Shoot, it's a good portion of the world that would really react to that viscerally and violently too. I'm just saying it. I'm saying it. So no, it better not happen. They better make sure he got all his meds cranking all day long. He can say all the crazy stuff he wants. Okay? We're used to it by now. But if he was to try to do something like that, there would be hell to pay. That's what I'm trying to say. There would definitely be hell to pay. So, Story, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. I just read that the Triple K Act, what they're charging him with. Basically, it allows the TAVO to use troops to enforce the 14th Amendment. This is how TACO will put troops on the ground in Minnesota instead of the Insurrection Act, in my opinion. If that is the case, now you got me looking up the 14th Amendment. Okay. Sorry for those of y'all who are going to be like, what? You don't know what the 14th Amendment is? Sorry. It grants citizenship to all people born or naturalized in the U.S., including formerly enslaved people, and guarantees equal protection and due process under the law for everyone, meaning states can't deny any person life, liberty, or property without fair legal procedures or treat people unequally. Okay. So if they were to, let me read what you said here, to enforce the 14th Amendment, or you mean to revoke the 14th Amendment? The 14th Amendment grants citizenship to all people born or naturalized in the U.S., including formerly enslaved people, and guarantees equal protection and due process under law for everyone, meaning states can't deny any person life, liberty, or property without fair legal procedures or treat people unequally. It essentially applies the Bill of Rights to the states, ensuring states respect citizens' rights, and is crucial for civil rights protections today. Well, if it is the avenue that he would go down instead of doing the Insurrection Act, I would be very interested in why he would go and enforce the 14th Amendment rather than just enact the Insurrection Act. You see what I'm saying? But interesting, right? Very, very interesting. And it's interesting because, especially with the Triple K Act, I feel it's like an oxymoron that they would try to throw that onto Don Lemon. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, technically, they were inside a place of worship. Those protesters were stopping those people, those worshipers, from being able to worship. That is very true. So again, be very interesting. Very interesting. Rod, what's up? Thank you so much. I'll happily Venmo you 40 towards the shades. I appreciate it. I don't know. and it's not, I mean, I wouldn't get it as shades. It would just be glasses, but I don't know. Maybe I do a small flash round fund me or something like that, so I can get my hands on them or something like that. They're just very expensive. You know what I mean? Those things are expensive as hell. I am just one man trying to build an empire, and it just gets tough. It gets tough trying to build this stuff, man. It's tough trying to build this stuff, guys. It is what it is, right? But guys, of course, what say you guys on this? What are your thoughts? Again, there is there's going to be a lot of people, okay? Ride, I appreciate you, Ride. Thank you. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people that feel that Don Lemon should be hit with some sort of charge. I don't think so. But at the same time, that still doesn't mean my opinion is going to stop them from actually charging him with something. I will say this. If he does get charged, he's going to have a good lawyer and he's going to be able to fight it. I don't think they're going to be able to stick anything to him. The real people that should be on the chopping block, I'm just saying it, but the real people that should be on the chopping block is not Don Lemon. It's the people that were protesting inside that church and stopping people from being able to pray and worship. That's the problem. The ones that were right there in the faces of these churchgoers and trying to stop them by going into debates with them and saying you're not Christian and you're going to hell for being in here instead of being out in the streets fighting with us and fighting alongside of us, trying to get ICE out of our city, blah blah blah. That was the illegal part, and we all saw that. That was the illegal part. With Don, he was there, he interviewed people, and then he left. He was on the outskirts like a mug. He was like, I am not, my name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. I'm not trying to get in this mug. I'll be over here. And then he interviewed the pastor, and the pastor said, could you just please kindly leave? Please. And then he started to leave. I don't see that he broke any laws. But like I said, they're going to slap something on him quick. Trust and believe. Wait for it because it's coming. But hopefully he's got a good lawyer. Anyway, guys, that's the show. Appreciate all y'all for being here. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Of course, like I always say, you could be watching the show, any other show, or doing anything else, but you're here watching the show and spending the time with me. And I always appreciate that. Thank you so, so very much. Hopefully you guys have all a really great night. But please do me a favor. Hit the like button down below. Crush it. Do what it do. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on these other platforms. If you are watching on these other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, make sure you hit that follow button. Of course, don't forget to subscribe here. Oh, I forgot to say this. I forgot to say this. By the way, my membership, the Pascal's Musical Fam, that membership is up. It is finally up on YouTube. Okay. So if you go and if you want to support the music side of the show, please go over there. Check out my video that I did this morning talking about the Pascal Musical Fam thing. Okay. It's funds to help support the band and all that I'm putting together right now, because it's a lot of different parts to trying to make this thing be a thing. So please go check it out. That would be fantastic. Okay. Become a member. You can find it on my Patreon as well if you prefer to support on my Patreon. It's named the same thing. It's the same price. It's the same membership. It's just on two different platforms. You got it on Patreon and you got it here on YouTube, and it's called Pascal's Musical Fam. Okay, so go check that out. Support if you can, because we're going to be hitting the ground running later this week. All right, guys. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Of course, here, hit the notification bell, set it to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload. All right. Check out that Patreon and that new endeavor also on my YouTube channel too. Okay, so check that out. And of course, check out PascalMerch.com. All right, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. It means a lot. I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow because the craziness is still gonna continue. We'll be talking then soon. All right, have a great night, guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.